Well, hello and welcome to the kitchen of the dollhouse for another reading from The Secret Language of Birthdays book by Garrett Goldschneider and Joost for July 4th, the day of the group representative. And here we have us an image of a half shell with a star on it. That's right. For July 4th. All right. Hey, before we dive in with the birthday read, let's roll us some dice so we can try to dive in with a little bit of synchronicity. I know I said symmetry the other day, but I don't know where my brain was. I knew the difference. Symmetry and synchronicity. The Police album. That's right. Okay. Let's roll the dice, shall we? See what numbers we get. We got us. Well, how about that? For the 4th of July, we got us a 3 and a 1. A 3 on the crown and a 1 down in the root. 4 of 4. Now, what does that mean for those of you who are strangers to the synchronicity? That just means you go out into the world and you look for your day, I guess, or a 3 and a 1. So you might go down 13th Street and look for the number 4, and you might find, oh, I don't know, a bargain at the dollar store, who's to say? Or you might meet the love of your life if you're looking for one of those. You never can tell, but that's your numbers. 3144. How about that? On July 4. But let's dive in, shall we? Oh, I forgot to say, if it's your birthday today, happy birthday. And if you're finding this video long after your day has passed, well, it just might so happen that your number's still 4, because that's when you found this video. And let me see here. What else? If we have anybody who's joining us randomly, well, I want to say welcome and hope you enjoy yourself. For our birthday folks, if you're finding this late, hope you had a happy birthday. All right, let's dive in, shall we? Your month is July. Your day is the 4th. Your sign is 11 to 13 degrees Cancer of the Cancer 2 period specifically. And your quality and element is Cardinal, water. July 4th, the day of the group representative. July 4 people feel most fulfilled when representing a group of which they are proud, be it familial, regional, racial, political, economic, or social. Their roots are extremely important to them, and they rarely let themselves or anyone else forget where they come from. Thus, those born on July 4 are not satisfied when acting purely for personal gain, but like to make their marks as contributors to a larger effort. This is not to say that they do not like working or being alone. Long periods of solitude may be necessary for them to develop their projects or chart a course of action, but such work invariably functions with a wider social framework. Characteristically, those born on this day will make a strong or renewed commitment to a well-defined group at some point in their adult life. Either they will strive to become its leading representative or simply be content to function as a devoted member. In both cases, July 4 people display with pride the distinct imprint of their earlier background. Periodic family gatherings play an important role in the lives of July 4 people. In America, of course, July 4 is Independence Day, and thus birthday celebrations on this day have added significance. In fact, the patriotism displayed by July 4 people is rarely of the blind, my country right or wrong sort, but more often manifests as a desire to improve the nation or offer constructive criticism. Rarely, however, do those born on this day take no interest in larger political or social events around them, or remain apathetic politically. Often gifted empaths, July 4 people are skilled at sensing the unspoken thoughts and feelings of others. Unlike more classic empathic types, however, they are better equipped to maintain objectivity in dealing with personal matters. Nonetheless, those born on this day do evidence certain unusual, even highly unusual traits which set them off from others. These may be obvious physical or psychologic peculiarities, or more subtle characteristics revealed only to those who know them at a much deeper level. July 4 people generally appear on the surface far more simple and uncomplicated than they are. This is because they often neglect or suppress the human emotional contradictions which they believe inhibit their ability to function effectively in the world. But ultimately, if they seek success on a higher level, the extent to which they explore and develop their own inner psychological roots and complexities marks the limits of their endeavors. Those born on this day must guard against egotism, pride, arrogance, and misplaced anger, even when manifested in the course of a selfless cause. All right, I gotta say, I like that. No jingoists among you. You know, you might have pride of your country, but you're gonna take a pragmatic approach to it. And you're gonna be empathetic, but as far as you're objective about it, I like it. I like it a lot. And it makes me wonder what people who are born on Christmas are like. Well, we will get there eventually. And that's not our concern, is it? Because this is July 4. That's right. Hey, let's move on to your numbers and your planets. Though we already know what your number for the day is, don't we? Your numbers and your planets. Those born on the 4th of the month are ruled by the number 4 and by the planet Uranus. People ruled by the number 4 have their own, often peculiar way of doing things. They can be difficult or argumentative, since they see the world differently from everyone else. Such aspects may be manifested, or magnified rather, in July 4 people. In keeping with those ruled by the number 4, it is generally of no great concern to July 4 people whether they make a lot of money or not. Through the influence of the planet Uranus, those ruled by the number 4 can be quick and explosive in their change of mood, and this quality is accentuated in July 4 people by the strong emotional influence of the moon, Cancer's ruler, on Uranus. And let's move on to your tarot, the more eclectic of the practices, in my opinion, though astrology is, or is it cosmology? I can't recall. Can't recall astrology. Let's see here. Your tarot is what I'm getting at. The 4th card of the major arcana is the Emperor, who rules over concrete and worldly things through wisdom, the primary source of his power. The Emperor is stable and wise. The force of his authority cannot be questioned. And the positive associations of this card are strong willpower and steadfast energy. Unfavorable qualities include being headstrong, tyrannical, even brutal. If leaders, July 4 people must beware of these latter tendencies. And let's move on to your health. That's right. July 4 people must not overtax themselves with exhausting projects. As representatives of a group, they often view themselves in an impersonal way and may neglect their individual concerns. This can have bad ramifications for their health, and those born on this day should make a concerted effort to improve their diet, ensuring themselves proper portions of fresh fruits, vegetables, and grains. Regarding physical exercise, July 4 people are best suited for regular and fairly strict regimens, rather than ad hoc activities. Frequent participation in team sports may be just the thing for maintaining their strength and coordination. And here is some advice. Beware of chauvinism regarding your group's standing in society or at the world at large. Try to maintain some objectivity and criticism in this respect. Beware of blanket endorsements. Remember that you are at times free to act as an individual, beholden to no one but yourself. And here is your meditation. Perhaps all events are of equal value, and none can be said to be more important than any other. Let's move on to your strengths and your weaknesses. You're faithful, you're giving, and you're proud. Your weaknesses, you're egocentric, you're biased, and you're fixed. All right, let's move on to the people born on this day so we know what company July 4th people are in. All right. Let's get it. We've got Nathaniel Hawthorne was the New England short story writer and novelist of the The Scarlet Letter. We also have Stephen Collins Foster, the songwriter, perhaps most popular of 19th century America, over 200 songs, and he was an alcoholic who died in poverty. We have Giuseppe Garibaldi, who was an Italian soldier and a unification leader. We also have Louis B. Mayer, the film studio owner of Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer fame. We have Calvin Coolidge, the U.S. President, Senator, and Governor of Massachusetts. We have Neil Simon, the Broadway playwright. We have Ron Kovac, the writer and Vietnam vet, peace activist, subject of Born on the 4th of July. With the old Tom Cruise, who was born on July 3rd. He missed it by a day there. Abigail Van Buren, advice columnist of Dear Abby and Ann Landers' twin. We have Ann Landers, an advice columnist. We have Geraldo Rivera, the TV talk show host. We have Eva Marie Saints, film actress. We have Tokyo Rose, the propagandist and the traitor, it says. We have Gina Lollobrigida, a Italian film actress. Al Davis, who was a general manager coach and a managing partner of the Oakland LA Raiders, an AFL commissioner. We have George M. Steinbrenner, the industrialist, baseball owner, the New York Yankees. We have champion Jack Dupree. He was a barrel house pianist and a blues singer. We have Rube Goldberg, the cartoonist and the complex contrivance inventor, kind of like Mousetrap, if you don't know what that means there. We have William Byrd. He was the British Elizabethan composer. We have George Murphy, a film actor. And we also have Thomas Barnando, who was an Irish philanthropist, and they founded homes for abandoned children there. I think that's an Irish accent, no? In any event, hey, your season is summer. Your sign, once again, is Cancer, of the Cancer 2 period specifically, and your quality and elements is Cardinal water. And this has been July 4th, the day of the group representative. That's right, from The Secret Language of Birthdays book by Gary Goldschneider and Joost Elfers. All right, hey, I have an affiliate link for this book down in the description if you're curious of picking up a copy for yourself and diving in with all the extra stuff they got in there every day of the birthdays of the zodiacs and the zodiac periods, and a little extra in there. Make small commission off that if you buy it through the link or do your shopping through there, which I don't hate. I would appreciate it if that was something you wanted to do. Other than that, I just wanted to say thanks for joining us, and if it's your birthday today, happy birthday. For everyone else who joined us randomly, I hope you enjoyed yourself and you come back for your birthday reading. All right, take care of yourselves. Happy 4th of July there.